I don't know, roll paint on? What do you, oh, hey.
Car washing jumbo sponge to paint a fence panel. Now apparently this hack makes it super easy to paint a fence panel because using a brush can be a bit annoying, a bit tedious, and using a sprayer can be very complicated and also expensive, especially when you haven't got a shed like me and then you've just got a sprayer that you've got to keep for ages. So I tried out this sponge technique. I put the paint in a tray, dunked the sponge in, and then used the sponge to apply the paint to the fence panel. Now I've got to say, it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie, I went straight back and used a brush after this. I don't know if you've tried this out, let us know in the comments. Would you try this out? Probably not. Look at the state of that sponge. That's 97p down the drain.
Okay, so she finds this paint hack where in her brain, her words, you use a sponge or you use a brush. Now, if I could only think of a tool that's like cylinder in shape that I could use to, I don't know, roll paint on. What do you, oh, hey, there you go.
This is just a little 4-inch whiz roller. We've also got these magical things. There's not a cover on this, but this is a 14-inch frame that a big roller will go right across the top there, and then you could roll all of that out. She's got the roller tray already there.
Yes, yes. And you know, she was talking about getting a sprayer, and people make things a little bit more complicated than what's necessary. So you don't need a sprayer. And I agree, if you're only going to use a sprayer for this little job, it doesn't pay to spend all the money on a sprayer. You could rent one, right? Let's just start by saying you could rent one for, you know, a small amount of money, and then you'd be done quick. But you have a rough cedar looking fence and you're going to use a sponge. I mean, it's just going to eat that sponge alive.
As you saw there at the end, that sponge was all torn up, and I'm not sure what hack she learned online. That looked like a sponge you'd use to wash your car or to wash, you know, something, you know, that's not designed to hold paint and then apply it. And she's also trying to do a solid, looks like a paint or a solid bodied stain over the top of this. Applying it with that type of tool, yeah, all you're going to do is destroy it. You're going to get paint all over your hands. You're going to drip paint all over the place and just make a big mess. And as
we saw,
like we saw, and then you're going to get, as that sponge gets torn up, you're going to leave sponge fibers into the wood fibers, which is going to then hurt the paint job as well. Like you said, and she does end up getting a brush at the end, which is a great idea, especially with all the grooves in there. I probably would have gone with a brush to begin with, and you can get, you know, a big 4 or 5 inch block brush if you're concerned about time. Those hold a ton of material, and they'll give you the full up and down all the way on a 6-foot privacy fence. You can do a couple 3 boards with the amount of product that those brushes hold.
Yes, and I mean this is another solution looking for a problem is what it is. And for whatever reason, there's so many people that are trying to reinvent the wheel. And this video is a wonderful example of that. Just those tools have been around for a very long time with very little changes, right? And that's been for a reason. Like, it works. The technology works. And people are bringing sponges that they use to wash their car or wash their floor, and they're trying to paint their fence with that. It's just, you're looking for problems.
I agree. And I feel for this lady. She spent the time to try the hack, and now, I don't know how much time, this actually took her, but still 5-10 minutes of when you're trying to do a project that you're just wasting, that's just wasted time that you could be doing, wrapping something up and getting on to the next project, letting things dry so you can get a second coat on. You're costing yourself time and energy that you don't need to cost.
That's right. Just watch a reputable paint video, not the hacks, so to speak, just a reputable. We don't need a hack, right? There's plenty of hacks out there. Just find out how to do it properly and just do it and be done, and enjoy your weekend then.
I agree wholeheartedly. There's so many other things you can do with your weekend other than paint, even though we're both in this industry and we love talking about it and watching these videos. But if you're just a homeowner, you got better things to do with your time than attempt this hack.
But you should listen to us on weekends, though, because we are fabulous.
Of course. And if you like hearing something, watching this video, then definitely like us.
That's right. Thank you.
As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.